What up, guys? So I got a video comparison review for you. I've had my Fidget cubes for a month now, and I just wanted to go over the pros and cons, and I even have an off-brand one that my mother sent me, and I'm going to tell you a couple things that I may like more about this one than these other two originals from Ansi Labs. Anyway, let's get right to it. Okay, when it comes to packaging, the Fidget cube was way better packaged. I showed you before in my video. If you stay tuned all the way to the end, there'll be a thumbnail you can click to see what the boxing and unboxing story of these are. But anyway, this comes with this nice bag. It says Ansi Labs on it, so that's really nice. Thank you for that. And then, boom, there's mine. Mine's the graphite. My wife got the berry. And then this is the kind of funky one my mom sent me. So let's just dig into the differences between these cubes. Actually, let me just go into how nice I think this one is. It's really the attention to detail that's above and beyond. I don't know if this is going to show up well on camera, but these dials actually say Fidget Cube on them, which is pretty impressive. On either side of, I'll put it at the bottom, on either side of that bead, it says like Fidget Cube, and I didn't notice that when I unboxed it, but that is attention to detail. So that's really satisfying. So I'm just going to do this at the same time. If you notice, the joystick on these two Fidget Cubes, Fidget Cube and something else, is a completely different style. Okay, so this one kind of acted more of like your arcade joystick, where this one kind of has more of a sliding feature. So I don't know if you can, we'll see if we can get that on camera. So it still rotates like a joystick would, but it's so close it's more of like a gliding, sliding action. But it does move, and as you can tell, this one definitely moves. But what I like about this one more than the Fidget Cube one is because there's such a separation, this one does nothing. This one clicks. And I find that to be highly satisfying when I'm playing with this one. I'm going to go ahead and say another pro that this off-brand one has compared to the Fidget Cube is it was like $5, 22 bucks, and its availability. This one, you could just buy it right off the shelf, or you could buy it off of Amazon Prime, ship it in like one-day delivery, maybe two. This one, because it was on back order, it took me months to get these guys because they did send them together. So it was nice that they came together, but because one was on back order, whoa, slow delivery. So 4 times as expensive and like months longer to get to me. Another interesting thing just to note is my joystick is very, very smooth, and this is the one about my wife. This one, I don't know if you can hear it. It's kind of rough. I don't know why it's that way, but so that's doesn't happen to every Fidget Cube. This one is actually surprisingly just really smooth, but it is a little bit weird. It's not the same exact design, but they're both kind of nice. Except this one, I do like the button feature. Since we said buttons, let's move to the actual buttons on these things. I like the cube better, the Fidget Cube. This one, quiet, and then. And I did notice my outside two are much more harder to press than the inner one, but they all make sound, or 3 out of 5 make sound, 2 of them are silent. That's cool, that's nice to have some variability. On the cheap alternative one, you get noise on all of them. So not variability here. This one you can't keep quiet if you're like in a meeting or trying not to click at your desk. When it comes to the Worry Stone, if you can see the black one at all, this is just more like of an indentation, where this one actually is kind of indented and then has a distinct curve on the side, where this one's just kind of a put your thumb in there groove. And it feels, I don't know, this plastic just seems to be more sticky, where this plastic seems to be more smooth. I don't know how you get different plastics to feel that way, but this one, the Fidget Cube, actually has a much more satisfying rub when it comes to the two cube worry stones. Okay, huge difference is these light switches. Okay, this light switch, super smooth, and if you push down, silent. Like pushing it into the cube and then rocking keeps it making no noise. Or you can, that is very satisfying but very noisy, so can't really do that too often. This, however, is really weird. This is cheap. It's not really a quiet option unless you just go like super slow, and there seems to be this middle spot where it's just kind of sitting. I don't know. This light switch was a letdown, so definitely the real deal wins on that one. Okay, we got the weird dial thing. This one is just smooth as can be. So if you just wanted to be spinning it, okay, this one would be wonderful. But then when you compare it to the actual Fidget Cube, can you hear that? There's like a rough gear system in here. And it, like I said before, the closest thing I can think of, closer, okay, last time I said zipper, even closer would be a zip tie. If you like drag your fingernail across a zip tie, that's a much closer comparison, and that's really satisfying. This one, it's something to do, but this has that bumping, and that's actually really satisfying. What do we have left? We have the weird ball gear system. Okay, let's go cheapo first. These gears are really just wheels. There's no catching. They roll. It's something to do, but it's, I don't know. It's super cheap. Kind of like the toys at a child's playground. They spin like a wooden block on a peg. It just spins. And the ball is rough. It does move, but all it does is move, and it's as soon as you let go, it's not moving anymore, and no click function. That was a major letdown going cheap. Or this one, these gears are more like gears. They click. I'm sure they're not really attached to a gear on the inside, but the clicking feature is very nice. This ball actually continues. That's nice. So it's a very smooth function, and then I love this feature. That is just nice. So these are the two cubes. I'm getting really into these fidget toys. I've got 2 fidget spinners in my room. When it comes to fidgeting, both of these will get the job done. This one has much more satisfying features on it. It's just all in all built much better. This one is really light. This one's got a little bit of weight to it. So when it comes to build and actual functionality, this guy takes the cake. But like I said, when it comes down to the overall comparison, just because they're so available, if you've got time and you've got a little bit of extra change in the wallet, you know, this is hard to beat. This is a much better build fidget toy. But this one's readily available, quickly shipped to your address, and a quarter of the price. Really makes it a tough comparison, but like I said, this one is a much better product. It's okay to sit on your desk. Actually, this actually looks more professional to sit on your desk than this one. And this one has quieter options when it comes to like some of the clicking and the light switch and whatnot. But when it comes to if you need to put it in your pocket, unless you got like a coat pocket or you're wearing a jacket, the fidget spinner would actually be a better option. But to have sitting on your desk, this one is less distracting than the knockoff. So what do I think? I really do enjoy the Fidget Cube. It is all in all a better product. I wish it had the button pressing function here. That is the only thing this one had that I really enjoy that the Fidget Cube doesn't have. But everything else, this one wins, except on price and potential availability. That is my review. I do like these things. They're a lot of fun. My wife uses hers all the time. I hope this review was beneficial to you. I hope you gained some knowledge on, should you go with the name brand or just go for the knockoff. This Ansi Labs Fidget Cubes from Kickstarter. But if you liked this review or you thought it was insightful, please give it a thumb up. Feel free to subscribe. Got more product reviews coming in the near future. And I hope to catch you in the next video. God bless.